Trapler Ross is at it again. He dropped the NBA Youngboy documentary, and
he's leaning into what makes him great.
Yeah, and the name was A Real Killer or Fake Gangster. So now, I never felt no type of way about the King Von one just because Trapler Ross does really good work.
And it was honest.
This might be honest too, but I do feel a little stranger because NBA Youngboy is alive right now. So like making a documentary talking about is he a real gangster or a fake whatever. It's just that doesn't it feel weird? Like that feels weird. The fact that he's like alive. I don't know.
Not exactly, because the majority of people he talks about are alive.
And he's on house arrest too. So that feels weird as well too. To like, okay, first of all, in order for
weird about a British dude saying anybody's a fake gangster,
right? And on top of that,
that's an oxymoron.
And on top of that, I'm on house arrest, and in order to call me, what did he say? In order to call me a real killer, that means you have to go through all the incidents where I've been accused of being a killer.
Right.
I don't want to remind.
While he's on house arrest, that's a little
crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he is on house arrest.
Because you can't ask if the question real killer or fake gangster without presenting all the points of why he was maybe called a killer at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you're definitely doing Fed work right now.
Exactly. So now I have to look at all the craziest moments of your career, the most violent, that you might have killed somebody.
Yeah.
To analyze, is it real or not?
But
that's a little weird.
But he's not doing Fed work because the Feds already did it.
True.
If the federales are going to trap Lord Ross for new information on what they know about this nigga, there's a problem.
But you see, that's on the same
level. They do that though.
That's on the same level as like 1090 Jake writing a grievance. Like, is he snitching because it's a grievance? It's a slippery slope.
Honestly, you know what? I think that I think they just help them. I think the same way we watch a Chig's video to help us get an understanding of what happened on the podcast or whatever happened in media is the same way like the defense attorney and the lawyers are looking at it and the police are looking at it. They're like, oh, thank you for putting all those together because I wasn't even putting those together. Like on the TAC board, I had these two clues together and that one that you also tied in was over there.
No.
Now that you've condensed it for me, let me look into all that now. Maybe I'll find something.
That's a little muddy though because we've got on this podcast before and talked about academics connecting dots that shouldn't be.
That's true.
And making storylines, it's like you completely blaming the wrong nigga.
That's true. Oh, for sure. Yeah, but it's.
But we've also, I feel you, but we've also probably took what Danny said, and Danny probably watched what we said, like, oh, I didn't even think about.
But this
that angle,
right?
The stakes are so much lower with this.
Compared
We're
to
talking
the
about
feds.
what people feel about how they feel about shit.
Yeah.
These niggas solving murders and crimes.
Yeah.
But today the public of the what is it?
Court of public opinion.
Court of public opinion matters a lot more. So it's like if you can really stain a nigga's name, then you can do some shicey shit to him, and everybody will be like, well, he probably deserved it.
But
especially when you might be going to trial. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Then the jurors, aren't they supposed to not know what's going on?
They're supposed to not know.
It's impossible to really do that.
But I'm also surprised y'all not getting in y'all A&R bag like y'all just was for Crip Mac. And whatchamacallit, like why y'all not going like, well, this is perfect for his gangster image and
don't see no money in it.
Well,
he's on house arrest already. This is more money.
Well, that's because I'm only focusing on the ethics of what Trapler Ross is doing right now. I'm not I'm not really worried about like
NBA
Youngboy right now.
He seems pretty successful on his own merit right now.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about because remember that was one of the biggest things with Trapler Ross. The serial killer, the fact that he called him a serial killer, that was almost a bigger issue than the actual documentary.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that
was the big thing.
The issue.
Yeah, that was
you know what I'm saying? Like that was the issue.
That label.
Yeah. So the fact that the next video that comes out, he's like, "Fuck it, we're going killer again." You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think
that's kind of crazy?
Do you think he should have just titled it "Fake Gangster"?
Exactly.
I feel like that does a lot more.
Fake or real type shit.
It damn near might do his lawyers a good job.
Yeah, fake or real gangster, but real killer versus fake gangster. It's like
what is it?
Yeah,
you gotta watch it.
The killer part draws you the fuck in. Like it draws you in crazy. I just think it's interesting that like he's about to. Are you about to fall into this where like
this is what you
every
do now?
video we get now is going to be literally like you're going to put killer in the title, speaking about these other people. That's going to be kind of crazy.
Is that his fault?
It's not his fault
because he does make documentaries about rappers, and some of these niggas kill people.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Religiously.
Yeah. And on top of
It
that,
makes songs about it.
and on top of that, when you go popular on your YouTube tab, you can't help what's getting the most views in the entire channel. You know what I'm saying?
He might have dropped 3 videos this week. One about Nicki Minaj's boyfriend exposing that. But
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
one that might have went crazy.
Yeah. So it's like, why do I don't know, man.
Did
And
y'all watch it though?
I know. I'm going strictly off headline right now, baby.
Yeah. If somebody in the comments watched it, tell us like, you know.
We can listen to the beginning of it. He gives the same disclaimer he gives in all of them where, you know, this video was for
It's a dramatization.
yeah,
fun
well, not
purpose.
even. He doesn't say that. I did all the research. This is not to indict anybody. Blase, blase, blah. Can we actually play the beginning of that a little bit? Just so can people hear this disclaimer? Pretty much, he's just gotten nicer and nicer at his disclaimer. Essentially, you know,
I
like
would hope so.
It's like you don't even know what the side effects of this pill is.
yeah, right, yeah.
Warning. This video contains themes of violence, death, and gang activity. The purpose of this video is to provide an educational account of historical events in the mainstream music industry. No disrespect is intended. This video does not intend to glorify or glamorize the gang lifestyle. Every effort has been made to remove anything from this video that goes against YouTube's community guidelines, including swearing and violence. But if you'd like to see a fully uncut version of this video with everything I can't
Come
show
get
you
that
on
pure
YouTube,
uncut.
then head on over to patreon.com/TraplerRoss, where you can watch all of my biggest documentaries uncut for just $2. But if you're not into that, just hit the subscribe button and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. Over the last 5 years, there's been few rappers that have generated as much excitement and controversy as Youngboy. His music is personal, thought-provoking, and violent in equal measure. He's one of the few artists who can top the Billboard charts
hip
with
pause.
music all about killing.
The sound design is fucking 10 out of 10, ain't it?
This
Yeah,
is
it's
amazing, right?
It's great.
I'm having a great time.
It's great. Yeah.
Nigga.
I just feel like listening to Dave Chappelle podcast.
I forgot I was at a podcast. I thought I was at home.
I feel like the teacher rolled out the TV. And
Nigga,
they
locked,
Yeah.
nigga locked in, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Thought I was at the
Yeah.
crib watching this.
He does this, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I can't. Nobody's knocking the hustle on any level.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing that I'm curious about is like, are you about to give us killer titles for the next 5 videos in a row?
This shit is 5 hours.
I know.
5
6
hours.
hours, actually.
Are you
5:52.
serious?
I'm dead
Yes,
ass.
nigga.
The King Von was like 4.
Yeah, the King Von was long, but this
When
is
was the
6
last
hours.
time he's dropped? What was his last
King
video?
Von was the
drop?
last one.
The last one like
he
this.
dropped King.
But like a couple months ago.
Yeah. He dropped King Von and then he
You
went on
would
that
have to-
tour.
Nah, well.
Then he went on that tour from the King Von. So yeah, how long does it take? 2 months.
He probably didn't even have time to make new
5
videos
months
because
ago.
he just spent all that month debating.
Because
5
it's-
months for 5 hours.
Because it takes that long. Yeah,
Nigga,
that sounds
crazy.
about right.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
literally, it's 2 hours and
Yeah,
30 minutes more.
because he also doesn't have content that he can't pop his content out once a month. You know,
Nah.
like
He gotta-
and
yeah.
the amount of research it takes.
He
is-
calls it historical events.
Yeah,
Nigga.
And it's not really clippable either.
you got to watch that thing.
You
through.
can't make this into short form unless you're doing a trailer for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, his evolution is signing to
Yeah.
for a
network.
deal.
But he
for a
can-
deal.
but he can
Netflix-
also-
Somebody
on
gonna give him a
Netflix.
bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to put these documentaries on their platforms.
I
Is
wonder
there-
what his team looks like.
Is there a way to break this down into shorts? Like to break down pieces of this into shorts that are like bite-sized?
For sure, because
You know
the
what I'm
whole
saying?
thing is
It's
engaging.
so long. Yeah, so it's engaging, but it's like,
And I'm sure they break apart regular episodes of First 48. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
you can do it.
You know
You
how
can
on
do it.
TikTok they do like you can essentially watch a movie in parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do
yeah.
that with this documentary.
facts.
You can do
If
that with all of
facts.
these content.
Why does he do that? He should do that.
What do
You
they,
can break
well,
it down in
Well,
parts.
what do they call that? He needs to do that
He
to get
makes
more
it a
money off
series.
that.
He should make it a series.
to get more money off
Bro,
of it.
this is 6 hours, bro. He could do like literally 6 hour long like series parts.
1 hour a piece.
1 hour
or,
apiece.
Or 30 minutes a piece.
or
if you
30
wanted
minutes a
to.
piece if you want to drag it. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about where you are watching the best scenes from a movie and
you're
completely
talking
understanding
about.
what's
Yeah,
happening.
I know what you're talking about, Yeah, I don't know. This is
30
this is
second
deep,
little
though.
clip.
But that was,
Maybe even
that
a
was
minute.
amazing so far. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I
That
mean,
was-
he
I
does.
just want you to turn it off.
He does
Yeah,
fantastic work. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
So
say this nigga better than us.
yeah. So he does great work.
It
But
depends on what metric.
yeah, we're doing something completely different. But it is just interesting that he went killer back to back title wise.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
yeah.
Well,
Because as crazy as a tour that he went on.
that
I don't think
says
there's-
rich white Crip, right? And then the video directly after that talks about Eminem and his horrible relationship with his lover.
Yeah.
So he's done the same thing to white people.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
fair.
yeah,
He can't be mad.
Back to back as well.
Killer is the only time these
No,
titles
no, no.
come up, though.
Killer's the only time I think the King Von, because how many views does the King Von have?
8.4 mil.
And that was after he had to re-upload it like twice.
Yeah.
So if it never had to be re-uploaded, it'd probably be at 15 probably.
yeah.
Do you think that we get so pissed off about the Killer label because it's gonna force us to face the reality of what these niggas do?
I think that's what it is. I mean, it didn't bother me just because
Yeah.
like I'm not related to King Von and shit
And
like
you
that.
understand that he
and I
murdered
kind of
people.
understand that he probably killed people, but I can see. I don't know what it is that it activates people, but he never got as much attention. He obviously got enough attention because he had 1 million subs, but it was like that King Von shit put him on a different level in terms of attention. And it was because of that damn title.
It might be. Look, I mean, all black people born into poverty have a certain amount of street code.
For sure.
You know,
even if it's
lack
low,
of thereof.
even if it's loose.
Even if it's loose.
Yeah.
And you know, something like this, it's like, man, you just putting Killer on a nigga. Like, even when we say conspiracies,
Yeah.
we say conspiracies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are just,
But how do we title the video?
AJ, how do we title the video?
Depends. I go
But-
crazy.
Literally, that's my point.
But how we say it in the video
Is
it's
gonna exactly. It doesn't matter what we title it. What we talking about?
But when you watch his work, the title is salacious, but the journalism is there.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he's going in on that level of journalism on that topic is the crazy part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it.
6
Really-
hours to prove if this nigga's a fake gangster.
We're about to see
Or
like
a real killer.
when I watch this, like we're gonna see all the moments when he allegedly murdered somebody.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
probably gonna watch it in parts, like y'all said.
yeah, definitely in parts. Like 30 minutes at a time, an hour at a time.
Hour every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
You dipping dad.
because I'm not gonna sit there and watch it through. That ain't happening. Ain't no way.
Yeah, possible.
5 hours of free time, nigga.
How much do
Right.
you have to care about this nigga to watch
And that's the
5
thing.
hours?
I
of
don't
his
care. I don't care about NBA YoungBoy at all. Really.
Enough.
But you see,
Yeah, like
what's funny is like it takes so much determination to see this through
yeah,
because it's like month 1. How are you not like, man,
burnt
like,
the fuck out just
like,
off of research.
like, should I just keep going because I'm this far, or should I
Yeah.
just stop?
Well, I don't know. If you
You
look
know.
at this thumbnail, are those alleged victims right beside him?
Oh shit.
Those are a lot of different stories to tell, nigga.
Oh shit!
That's a lot of
yeah.
articles to read right there, Justin.
That's about 12 stories, my brother.
Yeah, literally.
Jesus
and that's probably
Christ.
just what he could
Yeah.
fit right there.
Goodness gracious,
Huh.
He looks a little bit like Birdman right there.
he's
He
a
does.
gangster.
Same like cluelessness in the face.
Birdman was
Yeah.
just on 85 South.
He was, yeah.
Word.
Pretty
And
straight.
he said, and Birdman said, nigga, I called you, nigga, because I wanted to come. Like,
It's real nigga shit.
yeah, that's real nigga shit.
Wow. Yeah. Oh no.
He gave him the bird call.
Yeah, I was about to say he was such a real nigga. He
Came
is.
frolicking.
The nigga Carlos was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I heard you said that. He said, see, I got this nigga playing on my phone. He said, I heard you didn't. He's like, hey, you didn't believe I was trying to call you. He said, yeah, these niggas playing on my phone talking about Birdman want to talk to you. Nigga, stop playing. Nigga, I got children. I'm busy, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You got time to dream,
Yeah,
nigga.
nigga, Birdman ain't calling me, nigga. He said, yeah,
Exactly.
nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know, I called you, nigga.
That's some shit to be, you know, a little wary of. Like,
Right. But he was like,
You don't
but
know what he wants.
But Birdman was like, look, there's only one name. This person speaks for me. If he says something to you, I'm saying it to you. So he's like, okay, say, look, I didn't know the hierarchy.
Did he say
You
it
know
that
what I'm saying?
fast? Because Birdman talked with a little.
Birdman was on point. He was on
Okay.
point. It was cool just kind of watching it.
That's crazy.
How do you know, as Trapler Ross, when to stop this documentary? Like, because Vaughn was 3 hours 36. This is 5 hours and 52.
So that means this was 10 hours long.
Killer is in both of these.
Not
titles.
literally, but
How-
this
He
was
said,
long
how-
as a bitch.
What do you mean?
like,
to
when
to
do you stop? Like, when do you
black
know the work is
men
done? When
stop hurting each other allegedly.
No, not stop. Like stop altogether when you're
Well,
not doing it
he's
anymore.
like-
For like, when does he stop knowing
research?
The research. And it's like, I need to
Okay,
go here.
well,
When
I
he
need
gets
to
the full
stop this.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he gets literally every.
How do you
See,
determine that though?
But
Leads
he's
die.
OCDers. There's an ending point on everything in terms of research. He's leading up. He's going up to yesterday,
Yeah. Okay.
September
I feel it.
17th.
I feel it.
at midnight. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
probably
Like,
where he
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah,
with,
like
that's how
he's
it's gonna
going
end.
up to today.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
you
do
know
everything from this point till right now.
Right. Yeah, he's covering it all, and he's kind of like. He's OCD-ish in the amount of research he's putting into these documentaries.
He puts a lot of work in. It's a lot of vigor. that it takes.
You gotta have the
So,
mama
are we-
mentality to sit through this.
Can we not fuck with? Do we have to consider him evil if he goes for 3 as a charm? If the next video is so and so killer,
Nah, man, I've detached myself from black gangbangers, man.
But can you put that can you put that on him though? If he continues to do
It's
that,
not a reflection of the community anymore.
if he continues to do this, can you put that on him? Like he's exploiting the gang culture today.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exploiting Black Death.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Gang culture exploits itself.
Yeah, it does.
Fuck it.
It does.
Them niggas
It does.
exploit
So we
all
can't
that.
we can't get mad at that because
It is weird because the niggas across. How many miles is that? How many miles
from
of
here
sea
to
is
London
that?
or something?
Nigga,
Let's just say 20.
Indian Ocean, nigga.
Yeah, let's just say 25.
Do your research.
Who more so would be interested?
That's
This is
what
a
I mean.
dude from all the way across the country who can't relate to none of this at all. He's like, black people are killing themselves.
Yeah,
in
you see
large masses.
So
I
it's
see it.
it's a
What?
complete
Oh, the couch cushion exposed itself.
Oh yeah, it is.
I've never seen these couches big.
Look at the bottom, bro. It's down. Yeah, it's down bad on the bottom.
Oh my god.
But
It's like a bitch with big titties or titties fall out.
Yeah. He in the middle of a fight.
We look bad out here, y'all.
but we're kind of making Big Loon's point when he was arguing with him.
Which is?
We're dweebs.
No, when he was arguing with Trapler Ross, like, you know, you're across the country. What are you doing all this with us?
Yeah, well, I don't think.
Well, he
I don't know.
had a point, but
He did have a point. It
It's
was
a
just this is a losing battle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
having
Because
having
anything
this
on the
conversation anyway is like
yeah.
there's certain things that will never stop. If he decides tomorrow I'm not going to do it, another kid will pick it up. It's just
Literally.
it's just a thing that
That's true.
And what is
that's just what it is.
the
You know what I'm
common
saying?
denominator? What is the common denominator?
It's them having-
niggas killing
Niggas.
other
Nigga.
niggas.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And
allegedly.
Would it be
And having the
different
content
if-
to give 'em.
Would it be different if Trapler Ross was from America? They would still. They
It'd
say
be
the same thing about
It'd be the
Vlad.
same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's
at
the same
least it would be 1090 Jake talking about some subjects.
Which is probably worse.
Other
He's a
than-
lot less researched.
I mean,
It's
we
pretty
don't
well
know that.
researched. It's pretty well researched.
1090 Jake,
He's pretty well researched.
compared to Trapler Ross.
Yeah, and his like storytelling is pretty on point.
But do you think he has 5 hours worth?
Oh no, because he's
That's
making-
my point.
But
But he-
just
okay,
because
okay.
he's American, it's like
Like they could both shoot, but he has more range.
Who has
it's
more range?
It's the type
Trapler
of white boy.
Ross.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah,
type
yeah.
of white boy. Like if Trapler Ross was born in Detroit, he would be white boy Rick. So it's just he's closer to the culture. Literally.
I don't know. Physically, yeah, but culturally, nah.
I don't think. Why does that matter? Where the niggas living?
That's the point I keep trying to make.
Yeah, I don't think that
Niggas
matters
throw
at
that
all.
out there like you so far away. Like who
Yeah,
gives
I
a
don't-
fuck?
yeah, who gives a fuck if the nigga was our neighbor?
The point,
better? He can-
the point they're trying to make is that you're so separated from
Ex-
any of this culture. Why, if you're gonna enjoy this culture and you say you love the hip hop, why are you taking it here to this level of
Yeah.
it when you're so separated from it all together?
And
We
why-
like it's completely different there than it is here.
You know
the
what?
problem is
That's what they're saying. I'm not making an argument myself. I'm
Okay.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the problem is he's so far away that he has none of the cultural bullshit that he has to accept to justify what goes on.
But he also has none of the cultural context.
But just because he doesn't have that monkey on his back doesn't make it any better.
But it
He's
makes
still
it in a way. It makes it more honest. Niggas aren't even willing to call these niggas killers,
I know what you're saying.
and they call
Actually-
themselves killers sometimes.
You know what it is? I'm sick of black people acting like people and white people in particular are fascinated with violence.
Right.
Like,
People are- yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
main thing. It's
true.
like everybody is fascinated
That's
with
true.
violence, especially white people. We can claim
That's a
that
fact.
more white people have been more destructive in world history. It's violence is second nature. So
Yeah.
if I do become a hip hop fan and gravitating towards violence, it's gonna happen. It's just
and I'm pretty sure, like, it's probably a historian in the comments, but historically, black violence have always been looked as like, like a gorilla in a zoo.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a cage that's blocking them from
all of a
being
sudden,
hit.
for some reason this show hits better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
They
then
do
watch-
it the best type shit.
You're right. Yeah. So it's like
Efficient. Glocks with switches.
So it's
Yeah.
like I think it doesn't even seem crazy when a white person ends up finding a niche and tracking down and fucking killing killer documentaries. You know what I'm saying?
I feel, and I'm not like against Trapler Ross because it's like if people are against him, then they should be against Maury. They should be against Steve
Chris
Wilkos.
Hansen.
all that.
Well,
dark
no,
shit.
Chris Hansen's cool, but because it's
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah, he's saving out. He's
But
like,
as far as like Steve Wilkos,
They all exposing
Right.
crime. Well, except Steve Wilkos. You talking about fucking talk show.
I'm talking about ignorant minstrel show shit.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
That word.
You talking about J Mane and Crip Mac.
Right.
Yeah. Not pedophiles. Or
Yeah.
xenophiles,
going
whatever
through it.
they are.
Yeah, my yawning is going crazy today.
Keep going through it.
Yeah. But hey, Trapler Ross he does what he does.
Yeah.
He does,
and
man.
that's about it.
Real gangster talk.
There is like
Real efficient. I might actually watch this. I ain't gonna lie. The
gonna
first
watch it
30
in
seconds
parts.
made me get into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it in parts for sure. I got one more thing. I'm not gonna lie.
He's
so
figured out the formula.